Hey, you guys. I am back, and y'all just bear with me because I'm in the decorating stages right now. I'm decorating my house, okay? And I'm working on my DIY projects, and so I gotta paint my office desk, okay? And I'm just decorating my little space. I'm getting this thing set up, but y'all better get ready, okay? So, because I'm going to be on here teaching, all right? I'm the teacher. Don't I look like a school teacher? So, this is funny. Okay, so listen to this. I want to talk about deliverance. Let's talk about deliverance, okay? And I got so much stuff, so much information, so much content and videos and information to get out to y'all. So I'm trying my best, y'all. I'm just trying. So y'all work with me because I'm busy. I got other stuff I'm working on. And listen, I got a life outside of social media. So listen. Okay, hold on. Let me get this going. I can't never, hold on. I can't wait, y'all, till my office is set up and everything will be right there. Okay, listen. Let me type this in. Okay, let's see if I can, how do we pronounce this? I can never pronounce it the right way. Y'all bear with me. Okay, listen.
Belio.
Can you hear me?
Belio.
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 Belio. Belio.
Belio.
Belio. Belio. Let's see if it's gonna say it again.
Belio.
There we go. Belio. Belio. Okay, so which is Belial.
Belio.
Y'all hear it? I don't think it's gonna say it again. Okay, so basically, Satan, he's the leader of the sons of darkness, okay? And he is the king, y'all, of hostility, okay? He is the leader of the kings of darkness. Dominions are in darkness, okay? His purpose is to bring about wickedness, and guilt, okay? That is his purpose, to bring about wickedness and guilt, and he can transform himself into an angel of light, okay? So this is why we need the gift of discernment. You need to understand the distinguishment of spirits, okay? This is why Christ said, test the spirits to see if they are of God, right? And so this is why you need discernment. You have to distinguish and you have to be trained, okay? It can take years of training. You got to understand the difference between light and darkness, good and evil, okay? So I was actually at work last night, and as y'all know, I help people overcome generational curses and pulling down strongholds and break free from addiction, whether that's sex addiction, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, okay? I'm a trauma recovery coach. I help people overcome trauma. So when I was at work last night, I always know that God is sending me there for somebody, okay? So the girl that I was sent to her for a specific reason. She was sent to me for a specific reason, okay? So it was just God, So it was another girl that was there, but the girl did not want help. Okay, she did not want help. So once she understood who I was spiritually, the spirit tried to basically disguise itself because I was there. But see, once she figured out how spiritual I was and, the type of work that I do, she immediately, the spirit had showed itself to me, and it hates me, that particular spirit that she was operating in. Like, you got to understand spirits, how they operate, and also the names of different spirits. I would just say that. So this particular girl, she has a girlfriend, okay? And I asked her, I said, well, what make you want to have a girlfriend? What make you want to do that? I just was asking a question. And she did explain herself. She just was like, the reason why I want to have a girlfriend is because I don't have to explain myself to my girlfriend like I do a man. Another woman understands me. She understands how to take care of the children and, things like that. So I didn't want to be busting out with no scriptures and things like that. So, she pretty much knew, like I said, I had told her, I was listen, it was a time in my life, y'all, where all my friends, they had went gay. All my friends went gay. They was scared to tell me they was gay. They was messing with girls that looked like other girls and girls that looked like studs and all of this stuff. That was never my thing to do. Okay, I was never about that life. All right. So my friends, sometimes they would be scared to really kind of tell me or put themselves out there, like, about their sexuality, which ain't really even my business. Now, I still have friends that, what I'm saying, they have different lifestyles than me. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't judge people, Now, I will tell you the truth. I will speak the truth to you in love. You know what I'm saying? If you come to me and you ask me. But I just don't be like quick to judge people and, casting the first stones and stuff. I don't do all of that. But anyway, she knew basically that I help people, okay, get delivered, okay, and heal from addiction. Okay, per se, sex addiction. She knew that. So once she figured out who I was, and, she was trying to play all nice. And then every time I kept trying to talk to my other coworkers, she kept doing stuff like trying to distract our conversation. She kept saying, just trying to distract her with herself. And you see this picture, you see me and my girlfriend, the spirit just wanted to flaunt itself. That spirit of lust. That's what it is. It's a spirit of lust. Okay. Sexual perversion. And it didn't even want me to talk to the girl because the girl was telling me how she was pregnant and, things like that. And, I was telling her she didn't want to keep the baby. So I told her, I said, well, if you keep the baby, I have an outreach ministry and I get back to single moms, with unexpected pregnancies and stuff. I'll get everything you need for the baby. So, but this particular spirit, y'all, it just did not like me. The spirit of lust. You know what I'm saying? That spirit just really, it don't like me. I know it don't. So it shows this little ugly head, you know what I'm saying, when it can. And that's exactly what that spirit did within the girl. She acted as if, she was so nice and kind and loving and all of this stuff. And then it went into a different mode. Like, this is how I know I'm walking in my spirit. Cause see, I recognize stuff. See, people, they can't play me. I see everything. But when one thing I do, I just sit back and watch, So Listen, y'all, I just sit back and watch. All you got to do is let people play themselves. All you got to do is let people just show you who they are. All you got to do is just sit back and watch people. You watch how they move and watch the things they say. I'm not stupid. I be seeing people. You know, I see people. I see spirits. I see how they try to play games with me. I'm not no fool out here. You know? So, listen. The spirit, y'all, this spirit, it transforms itself, you know, okay? I'm sorry, I can't even get it out. It acts as if it's an angel of light. It can transform itself, okay? So, you know, and we talk about the angel of darkness, okay? And it talks a lot about some of this stuff, y'all, in some of the lost books of the Bible. Like, you know, it talks about in the manual of discipline, okay? In the book of Jubilees, it talks about this. You know, Satan is over the children of pride, okay? The Lord of pride. He is the Lord of arrogance, lies, guilt, sex, lust, perversion, okay? This spirit, y'all, is demonic. So this spirit just don't like me because it knows that I help people break free from sex addiction. And just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why you can't attach yourself to people, places, or things. You don't want to get yourself caught up, okay? You want to keep your energy pure and clean, okay? Seriously. And try to live as holy as possible, right? We got to live a blameless life before God. And so if you find yourself, you know what I'm saying, falling into sin, you ask God to forgive you and you turn from your wicked ways. You turn from evil, y'all, and you go the other way. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you know, it's just something to see. Like, you know, it don't even bother me. You know, it don't even bother me. Like, I'm not going to be received by everybody, and it's okay. That's okay, you guys. I'm only sent to who God want me to be sent to. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I don't want to be either. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. So, and some people, they know I can help them, but they don't want the help because they want to stay stuck. They want to stay in their sin. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, listen, y'all, the whole world is, listen, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there, y'all. Listen, y'all, everybody is fornicating out here, okay? I'm just gonna keep it real. I ain't gonna say everybody because it is some people out here that, listen, is trying to live for God, for real. Okay, they not just out here sinning every day, living in sin. Let me say that, okay? Let me say that, y'all. But I just know, y'all, when people really don't care for me, okay? Deuteronomy 13 and 14, it says, then you must inquire, probe, and investigate thoroughly, okay? And if it is true, and if it has been proved that this detestable thing has been done among you, some people are happy, y'all, with living that type of lifestyle. You know, living in the spirit of lust. Let's just go ahead and talk about lust. Let's just go ahead and talk about this thing on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? Let's just talk about it because I'm already here and I'm not part of those that shrink back. So deliverance, okay? Deliverance actually means the act of delivering someone or something, okay? The state of being delivered, especially liberation, rescue, okay? So God had to deliver me. He had to deliver me from a strong enemy, okay? And so I thank God. I thank God that I was able to break the soul tie. I thank the Most High that even when that person's spirit and I broke the soul tie, their spirit left from my body and I could feel it leave from my head. Okay, so that's how I knew that the soul tie was broken, y'all. I thank the Most High for breaking the soul tie, okay, off of my life. I had to reject the spirit of a harlot that was also linked with the spirit of pride. Okay? And then this is how you get spirit spouses. Every time y'all lay down with somebody and stuff and pick up on people's energy, okay, whether it's a man or a woman, y'all, I'm going to do a whole workshop about the transference of spirits. Y'all need to understand how spirits y'all operate, you know? And this is why I'm telling y'all, divorce is so, you know, listen, y'all, it's rampant in the land. Okay, you got to overcome the spirit of divorce and overcome the spirit wives and spirit spouse spirits and husband spirits. Okay, spirit spouses, because they're not, listen, it's not your real husband. Okay, it's just, listen, we got to get more into covenants and evil altars. And, you know, you can't allow these things to have access over you. You got to take authority. You got to take your power back. You know what I'm saying? You got to declare freedom from satanic oppression that's operating in your life, y'all. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling you what I know to be true, y'all. So I just thank God. I really do. So let's just talk about this thing, this spirit of lust. Lust. Let's go ahead and get deep into this. Hold on real quick, y'all. Because I'm trying to pull up something here. And this stuff is just, you got to remind God of his word. And then you got to claim it, you know. God, I give you back your word. You say you send your word to heal and to deliver me from the spirit spouses and, to deliver me from the spirit of divorce and, the spirit wives and stuff. Men, y'all need to go watch my video about, what's that sister name? Lilith. Y'all need to go watch all of my videos about Lilith, the wicked woman versus the godly woman. Okay, y'all need to go and watch those videos. But if you don't know what deliverance is, y'all, that is what deliverance is. Okay, liberation, being rescued, okay, from your sins. You got to get delivered, and then you can't get healed first until you get delivered. All right, you got to get delivered. Okay, got to get delivered, y'all. And it's only right. Let me see something. Gotta get delivered. God said he will deliver you. So let me tell you, it says Psalms 34:17. It says the righteous cry. Yes, we do. And the Lord heareth us. And he delivered them out of all their troubles. Okay. Then they cried unto the Lord in their trouble, and he delivered them out of their distresses. This is Psalms 107:6. Psalms 50:15 said, and call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. Right. And then it says 2 Samuel 22:22. And it says, the Lord is my rock. He's my fortress. He's my deliverer. I sought the Lord and he heard me. He delivered me from out of all my fears. So then it says here, y'all, see, this is why I talk about my story. This is why you got power in your story, and your story matter. Your voice has to be heard. Your voice matter. Okay. I don't care what you've been through. It says here that confess your faults. Confess your faults, y'all, one to another, and pray one for another that ye may be healed. This is why you're supposed to confess. You're supposed to talk about it. You're supposed to confess what you did to your brother or your sister. Okay? And then it says the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man, y'all, availeth much. Okay, this is what it said. And then it says, stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ has made us free. You're supposed to stand. Remember, when you put on the whole armor of God and you've done all that you can do, you got to stand. Okay, you got to stand. And then it says, be not entangled, y'all. All of y'all, listen, I ain't saying all of y'all, but it's so many people out here, they caught up in entanglements, okay? With this one and that one and him and her and she and him. And listen, it's so much stuff going on. The Bible said, be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage, okay? Do you know that your sins make you in bondage, y'all? You operate in the spirit of slave. You become a slave to your sin. Did you know that? I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all what I know. And then it says, for sin shall not have dominion over you. For ye are not under the law, but we are under grace. But he still ain't done away with the law. Let's not get it twisted either. Now it says here, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, if his words abide in you, you shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. And then it said, the Lord, he knows, y'all, how to deliver the godly out of temptations. He will deliver you out of your, listen, God, if he got to move you, he will. Okay? I'm telling you, if he got to remove everybody out your life, he will. He will do it. He gonna deliver you out of all of your temptations, okay? Listen, I don't care what you're going through. He gonna deliver you. I know that because he delivered me. And it says to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. Now listen to this, y'all. And then also it says here that thy art my help and my deliverer. Okay, you gotta be delivered, y'all. You got to be liberated, and then you got to be rescued. And then after you get delivered from the spirit of lust, okay, and from all of these different spirits and the spirit of addiction, and from your habit, okay, and from all of this stuff, you got to pull down the strongholds in your mind and overcome those generational curses and things like that. Then you could be healed. Okay? Then you could be healed. I'm telling y'all the truth. Then you could be healed. Let's see what this is talking about. Isaiah 55:11, because it says, so shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. Okay, that's deep, y'all. That's real deep. And then this is the Most High. This is what he said. This ain't what I said. This ain't what I said. He said when you cry out to him in your trouble, he'll deliver you. And then it says here that today I have, let's see, hold on. Oh, there it goes. Hold on. Don't you know God will take you from chaos, y'all, to clarity? He'll take you from chaos to clarity. I'm trying to tell you what I know. This is serious business with God. My daughter laughing at me. I know y'all hear her eating this popcorn. God is serious today. Ain't he, Natalia? She like my shadow. Listen, y'all. It says here, for your maker is your husband. The Holy One of Israel is his name. He is your redeemer, the God of the whole earth, he shall be called. Okay? For he is your husband. He is your maker, baby. Listen, y'all, I'm so silly. And then it says, and they were calling out to one another, holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. All the earth is full of his glory. This is what the angels say. They say, holy, holy, holy. Okay? My grandma always told me, make sure you live a clean, holy life before the Lord and your children. My grandma always used to tell me that, y'all. And Isaiah 11:9 said, "They will neither harm nor destroy on all my holy mountain, for the earth will be full of the knowledge of the Lord," y'all. It's going to be full of the knowledge of the Lord, as the sea is full of water. The Holy One of Israel and its Maker. He said, "How dare you question me about my sons, or instruct me in the work of my hands?" This is what God said in Isaiah 45:11. He said, "Thus said the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord your God." He said, "Who teaches you for your benefit." He teaches you. Who directs you in the way that you should go. He is the one who teach you. Okay, he'll sit you down and teach you like he did me for many, many years. If he got to put you in isolation, he'll put you in the pit, baby. He sure will. If he got to teach you, he gonna do it. He'll sit you down. However he got to get your attention, he gonna do it. Okay, he'll take everything away from you in your life just to get your attention. Okay, and then here it says, I'm gonna go here with y'all. He said, "In a surge of anger, I hid my face from you for a moment." Because he was angry. Sometimes God will hide his face from you. You'll be like, "God, where you at? I don't hear you. What you doing? You know, what's next, God? Tell me." And sometimes he just don't speak. Sometimes God ain't speaking all the time. He speak through the word, but sometimes he wants you to just be quiet. And he just wants you to listen. You know, he just wants you to listen. He wants you to be quiet. "I will have compassion on you," says the Lord your Redeemer. He said, "But with everlasting kindness, I will have compassion on you. Whoever invokes a blessing in the land will do so by the God of truth." Okay? "And whosoever takes an oath in the land will swear by the God of truth. For the former troubles will be forgotten and hidden from my sight." Thank you, God, that the former troubles have been hidden in his sight. I thank God. He didn't hid everything from my sight. He didn't took the bad away from me. Okay, do you hear me? The bad is gone and the good has come. All right. I thank him for taking away all the bad from me and the bad people too. They tried to act like they was good. Yep. Don't you know Satan sent some people into your life? They'll try to act like they good. They'll try to act like they mean you good when they really mean you harm. They really was only sent to hurt you. Listen, I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. You know I'm not lying. He'll try to send some people to act like they something and they not. He sure will. Ain't that something? And then it says, "But whoever is united with the Lord," okay? If you united with the Most High, is one with him in spirit and in truth. Remember? One spirit, y'all. It's the union between Christ and each member of his church. It's a spiritual one. And it says that, this explains the sense in which we are the Lord's body and intensifies the argument against any degradation of one who shares so holy and intimate a union. That's why we're not supposed to degrade ourselves. Remember, it says that if you lay down with a prostitute, you become one with her. Remember, it says that. So that's deep, y'all. It's the same thing with a man and a woman. You know, a man and his wife, I mean, or one body. It is not, you know, to be taken literal in a literal sense, but the sense is that there is a close and intimate union, okay? One in spirit with God. They are united in feeling, in spirit, in intention, in disposition, okay? As the union of souls is more important than that of bodies, as that union is more lasting, dear, and enduring than any union of body with body can be. And as our union with him is with a spirit pure and holy, it is improper that we should sever that tie and break that sacred bond by being joined to a harlot. The union with Christ is more intimate, entire, and pure then that can be between a man and a woman, and that union should be regarded as sacred. Listen to this. It says here, y'all. Oh, if all Christians felt and regarded this as they should, how would they shrink from the connections which they often form on earth? Listen, y'all. Y'all better be careful who you cleave to. You better cleave to the Lord so y'all can be one in spirit. You got to be careful who you build with, baby. Okay? You better be careful who you build your life with, because one wrong move can cause you to lose everything. Okay? You better be careful who you join yourself to. You don't want to be joined with a harlot. You don't. I'm telling you. Or somebody that hate knowledge. Fools hate knowledge. Okay? I don't want to be with somebody that hate knowledge. They can't grow. They just stuck. Stuck like Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Stuck way back in 2010, 2011. You know what I'm saying? You can't be around those type of people. You got to be around people that got a mindset like you. They got a big mindset. They got big dreams. They got big goals. You know what I'm saying? They can step out on faith. You want to be around some risk takers like you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be around somebody that want to shrink back. You don't want to be around somebody that want to sit on the sidelines and play it small. No, let's go big. Let's go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lord have mercy. That's why you can't talk to everybody about everything, because people, they mindset, y'all, so small. You be way up here and people be way down here. Like, they mindset be so small. They just comfortable. People comfortable where they at. See, I don't never want to get into a place of being just comfortable. Okay, I don't want to get into that place. I want to get uncomfortable. I want to be getting outside of my comfort zone all the time in every area of my life. I want to push myself to the limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lord have mercy. That's why I thank the Most High for severing the ties. Okay? You can't be connected with everybody. He knows who you gonna have to be connected to. He know who to send, when to send them. He already know, y'all. I'm telling y'all. You can't be around everybody. You just ain't for everybody. Okay? You ain't everybody's cup of tea. You gotta be around people like you. You know? You don't want to be around people like that. Oh, Lord, I know some people, y'all, they just stuck. Stuck like Chuck. You'll leave a place and people will still be, you'll go back to that same place 20 years and they'll still be there. It says, you dear children are from God and have overcome them. You see that? I just said that you will go back somewhere. You will go visit somebody. God will try to connect you. Not even God. Listen, let's not say God. Because see, God ain't connecting you back with nobody he separated you from. If he moved you, it was for a reason. Just stay where you at. You ain't, listen, God ain't connecting you, baby, to everybody. Okay, listen, sometimes you be trying to just connect yourself with people that you ain't even supposed to be around. Okay, it was only for the season that they knew you. Okay, that was it. They don't know you like that. They don't know you. These people knew you for a year, 2 years ago, 38 years to live. They don't know you. That's the problem. People be thinking they know you, and you don't know me. Only person that know me by my name is the Most High. People don't know you like that, you know? So this is what he said. He said, dear children, you are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you, okay, is greater than the one who is in the world. The one who is in you, okay? Listen, this is why people that you misunderstood. You misunderstood on so many people don't even understand you. And most of the people that know you, everything you say, you intimidate people. You intimidate people. They think that you just listen, I ain't got time. Listen, y'all, we not in a season of where you got to be explaining who you are. If you don't recognize who I am in God when you meet me, listen, I'm keeping it moving, okay? 100. I ain't got time. I don't have time. I done been through too much stuff. I ain't got time to be explaining who I am in the spiritual realm. Listen, God gonna put me around some people that recognize me when I show up. You know, they're gonna be thankful for my presence. I ain't got time for nothing else, y'all. I'm on an assignment for God, and you gotta be on your assignment too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta deliver people from the spirit of being a vagabond. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Okay, marine spirits, spirit spouses. You know, I got to help other people overcome the Leviathan spirits, the spirit of pride, the Jezebel spirit, the Python spirit, narcissism. Understand who, listen, Lord have mercy. The Delilah spirit. I got to help people overcome all of this stuff. Okay, listen, I'm like Jehu. Like Jehu in the Bible. Oh my God. I got too much stuff to do, y'all. I gotta talk about routing demons, okay? How to activate your angels and prayer and fasting. And listen, y'all, multiple personality disorder. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about cluster B disorder, okay? Lust, seducing spirits. Listen, y'all, this stuff is deep. This stuff is deep, okay? We're going to talk about these lost books. I'm going to be back, y'all. We're going to talk about the lost books, baby, of the Bible, because some of them is right there in the Bible, and your pastor ain't going to tell you. I ain't never heard a woman or guy. I went to a church and they told me the truth about the word of God. I had to get it for myself, y'all. Didn't nobody teach it to me. I had to study to show myself approved unto God. And guess what? There's lost books in the Bible. Books they done burnt up of our history. Okay, you got to go and do your research. Some of this stuff is outside of the Bible, okay? The Bible wasn't just 66 books. So listen. This is some deep, serious stuff, y'all. And you know what? I'm going to be teaching y'all about the leader of darkness, about the leader of the sons of darkness. Because there's a war going on. You got the sons of light and you got the sons of darkness, okay? And you got to choose. This is a time right now where you need to choose whose side you going to be on, okay? You got to know whose side you on. You can't be playing with the Most High. You can't continue to walk in darkness and stumble and then walking around and you don't know where you going, what you doing. You don't know why you sent here to the earth. I'm here to tell you why you were sent here, okay? This is why I had to wake up from the slumber and follow my purpose and do what it is that God has called me to do. So, because I got other people that's part of my army. They part of the army of the Lord's, okay? We part of the Most High's army, okay? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We part of his army, and we got to get ready, y'all. We got to get suited and booted. Some of us, y'all done been through basic training, but now you got to go through SWAT training, okay? For difficult missions. It's like verse 48. Y'all got to go through SWAT training, y'all. Y'all can't be out here playing in these streets. You got to get equipped. You better know your weapons of war, okay? You can't be out here playing. You know the goddess of war, Jezebel, is out here trying to kill God's children. Don't you know Jezebel hate order, okay? This lust spirit I'm talking about, it hates order. Okay, it sure does. It wants the man out of order and it wants the woman out of order. So then, you know, you got role reversal. This is what the black woman is dealing with. And some other women too, okay? In other cultures. This is what the role reversal. How do you defeat the spirit of Ahab? How do you defeat the spirit of Ahab, y'all? From bad influence. How do you give protection? You know, I came to set the captives free. I'm telling y'all, this is some deep stuff. I am coming to set the captives free. Okay? Jezebel hates order. Okay, we're going to talk about the goddess of war, Jezebel, okay? We're going to talk about this stuff, y'all. This spirit of lust. This spirit don't like me. I know it don't like me. The spirit of homosexuality don't like me. And that's okay. I'm not comfortable with these spirits anyway in my presence. Okay? I know when people be trying to play me, it ain't the person, it's the spirits that be operating through these people. They just don't like me, y'all. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because listen, for my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer, okay? Listen. I didn't come here to play games with people. I came here to slay some stuff in the spiritual realm, okay? I come to help you, okay? Listen, y'all cannot be continuing to be ignorant of Satan's devices. I'm telling y'all, you cannot be ignorant. You can't let him keep playing you, doing the same old schemes on you. It's crazy. It's so sad, y'all. Listen, and then you got the spirit of a vagabond. The spirit of a vagabond. Okay? Do y'all know what a vagabond is? Do you know what a vagabond is? Don't you know that nothing permanent? You can't build with somebody that got a spirit of a vagabond. You can't build with no man like that. You can't build with a woman like that. They want to go here, there, and everywhere. They yonder, all over the place. You can't build with people like that, y'all. You can't build with somebody that can't sit still. Please. I wish I would. The devil is a lie. This vagabond spirit. I'm going to be back, y'all, because I'm talking about these spirits up in here. And I know they don't like me. And I know somebody that may click on this video that don't like it either. But I'm going to talk about it. I'm about to bring it out. I'm going to bring it out. I can't wait. I'm going to be back, y'all. Listen, y'all not ready for the lethal shot. Okay? That's what I do. I give demons lethal shots. Okay? In the spiritual realm. I'm not playing. Let me tell you what a vagabond is. Okay? If you didn't know. All right? It's a person who has no home. Is a vagabond. They don't have a job. They travel from place to place. Always around in a caravan. This spirit is always in a caravan. Okay? Listen, you guys. This spirit wonders. People want. Don't you know that spirits, okay, demons, they are air spirits. Okay? And this is why I said Satan go to and fro. to and fro throughout the earth, seeking whom he can devour. Okay? Don't you know that, y'all? Y'all need to stay equipped. Get on your toes. Get on your toes. Listen. It says here that these people, it's somebody that move. You can't be, listen, y'all, you cannot build with somebody, a man or a woman that move around a lot. Can't build with these people, y'all. They got a spirit of a vagabond on them. They move too much. They wander too much. You can't do it. You just can't do it. You got to build with somebody in a stable place. You got to be stable, okay? I know what I'm talking about, y'all. You can't be with these people that's not stable, okay? They unstable-minded in their mind, which means they unstable in all their ways, okay? You can't be with these people. Listen, wherever the breeze go, that's where they go. You can't build with these people. I'm trying to tell you, okay? You cannot build with somebody that has a spirit of a vagabond, okay? They are operating in the curse of Cain, all right? Listen, can't do it. So anyway, I'm here to train you in warfare and in prayer and in fasting, okay? I'm here to train you. I'm here to teach you. I'm going to be talking about the spirit of a vagabond, okay? How Jezebel hates order, okay? You got to get deliverance, y'all. Y'all need deliverance from bondage. Deliverance from marine spirits, the incubus spirits, the succubus spirits, these water spirits, okay? The Jezebel spirit. Listen, it's so many spirits. I didn't know how many spirits, y'all, I was dealing with until I came out of my marriage. I was a married woman, and I didn't know how many demons I was dealing with until after I came out of the marriage. I knew I was dealing with spirits in the marriage, but see, I didn't know how many until I came out of the marriage. Okay, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about deliverance and hit on some of these different spirits, y'all, that you got to get delivered from. You got to get healed from these spirits. After you get delivered, you get healed. Then God brings healing, okay? And then you got to stay healed and delivered. You got to walk in your deliverance, okay? You got to walk this thing out in such grace and such peace. I'm telling y'all, grace and peace. I'm telling you, grace and peace is everything. You know what I'm saying? This is so deep, y'all. I'm going to be talking about this stuff. Oh my God. The Python spirits. It destroys marriages, okay? Spiritual spouses. These spirits destroy marriages, okay? They hinder your growth in God, okay? These spiritual unhealthy relationships, people that operate in anger and rage, these Python spirits, y'all, I'm telling y'all. Ooh, Lord. They hinder your deliverance process. They want to keep you bound. No. Y'all gonna get delivered from the yoke of oppression. Okay? You're going to get delivered from the yoke of oppression. You got to get delivered. We're going to dismantle these evil altars, okay? We're going to dismantle this stuff. We're going to be doing some warfare prayers up in here, okay? I'm going to teach you how to pray warfare prayers. Y'all need to learn how. You need to learn how. You got to learn how to destroy and expose the spirit of Haman, okay? who is falsely testifying concerning God's children, y'all. See, y'all not ready. Y'all not really ready to get delivered. Y'all not ready to put the lethal shot to the devil's head. Okay? Listen, this is some deep stuff. And so we got to talk about it. We got to talk about this, y'all. We got to talk about it. I'm going to be back. I love y'all. I'm going to be back and we're going to talk more about these spirits. I could talk about this stuff all day. I can talk about it all day long, y'all. These different demonic spirits that people are dealing with on a daily basis. How people are laying down with this, sleeping with the enemy. Think they in love with these people. These people don't love you. Ain't no love out here in these streets, y'all. Listen, you better love yourself, but you better love God first. Okay? I'm telling you because, y'all, this stuff is deep. This spirit of lust is deep, okay? These spirits, they specialize in transferring and transmitting lust and STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. And listen, y'all, all of this stuff is just a direct demonic, influence. It's just a direct demonic influence. That's what I was trying to say. And it's just, this is why you need to work with your angels. You know, the angel Raphael is the divine healer of physical ailments, okay? You got to learn your angels. You got to work with your angels. You got to, you got to be angelically guided, you guys, so you can heal. So you can heal thyself, okay? This is why God sent Michael. He's the great protector and defender. He gives you the strength and the courage, while you overcoming the daily challenges of life. He gives you strength and courage, okay? Sometimes you need the courage, y'all, to walk away from all of this stuff. I call it, listen, most of it could be your own karma. Trauma, karma. Let's see. It's a little saying that I do, but I can't remember it right now. I say it later. So, yeah, I'm going to be back. I'm going to talk more about this stuff, y'all, because it's deep. It's serious. It's just so much stuff that, that needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with the curse of Cain, y'all, these spirits come to seduce. They come to capture. They come to control you. I'm telling you, I'm going to break this down. And I'm just talking right now, but I'm going to break this stuff down for y'all on a remedial level. We're going to get into this stuff. We're going to talk about these demonic spirits, y'all, that come to trouble men. These spirits come to trouble, the demons that trouble men. This is why you're dealing with the habit. This is why you're dealing with the thing. This is why you're dealing with the curses, okay? And pulling down strongholds and trying to break free from addiction. You're dealing with all of this stuff. And I'm telling you, I done been there. And you're like, God, what do I do? I've been praying. I prayed for 7 years, y'all. Can you imagine praying for 7 years for something? And something else I've been praying for. Have you ever prayed 20-something years for something? Do you got that type of faith in God? Listen, y'all, when I tell you patience is a virtue, that was my whole lesson. The whole lesson, y'all, was patience is a virtue. I feel like a big girl now. Listen, y'all, I didn't pass so many tests. I feel like a big girl now. I feel grown. I feel grown in the spiritual realm. Listen, this is so funny. Patience is a virtue. Have you ever prayed 7 years? You be like, God, I asked you to deliver me 7 years ago from this spirit, okay? Or it could be just something simple. God, I've been praying for 20 years for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is serious business, y'all. Is your faith set up? How is your faith set up? Do you really trust God? Do you trust God with your whole life? Do you trust God with every area of your life? Okay? This is stuff you gotta ask yourself. You gotta, God, are we connected like that? Are we really connected like that on that level? You know what I mean? You gotta ask God, hey, are we really connected like this? Do I really got that faith set up in you like this, God? I know I'm protected, but are we well connected? You know what I'm saying? Because listen, God will protect you, but do you got that faith like that? You got to have that faith too. You got to have faith in God. Like, look, God, I know you coming through for me without a shadow of a doubt. I know you coming through. So, y'all, we're going to be back. I'm going to be talking about these restraining orders, too. I want to talk about types of restraining orders. So, you got the right, okay? Abba Father is your father. He's your friend, and he is the judge, okay? He is the righteous judge, y'all. And you better know what authority you walk in. There's types of divine restraining orders, y'all. There is types of divine restraining orders that you could put on. Listen. Satan and his minions. Okay. You can revoke, okay, and cancel the plans of the devil against you and your loved ones. You got the right, you got the authority, walk in your authority. You can decree, you can have dominion, okay? Listen. This is why I walk in boldness. I always been bold. Always. And I'm just as sweet. I sure am. And just as kind. But I'm bold. I'm real bold. Okay? I say the hard stuff. The hard speeches that don't nobody want to say. And talk about the stuff that don't nobody want to talk about. Okay? Because people like to hide they skeletons, y'all, in the closet. And I'm just keeping it real. So, and I love to talk. So I could talk about this stuff all day. I could talk about demonic influence. Okay? So I'm praying that God will deliver y'all from the spirit of bondage. The spirit of bondage, y'all. For real. And I hope it was something that I said on this video that will give you the authority, okay? Oh, I just was having a vision right there. Listen, you guys, I pray that it was something that I said that will give you the authority to rise up in God and take your rightful position, you know, as a daughter of the Most High, and understand your authority in the kingdom and understand whose you are and your rights, okay? See, when you sit in heavenly places, baby, you got rights. You are here, okay? H-E-I-R, you are a here, okay? And you got an inheritance, all right? So, like, it's serious. It's serious business with God. And so I'm just praying that God will give you the power and the authority, okay, to walk in who it is that he's called you to walk in. He's going to give you the power and the authority to follow his purpose in your life, okay? He wants you to be who it is that he called you to be. That's what I was trying to say. So listen, y'all, I'm gonna be back. We're gonna be talking about these restraining orders and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be going over some of these lost books of the Bible. I don't know if y'all ever read the Testament of Judah, but that's a good one. I said the Book of Jubilees, the Manual of Discipline. I'm just throwing stuff out there. If you go back and watch some of my other videos, I throw certain books out there, gems, a little bit of hidden knowledge. Let's see, another book. We got some lost books in the Bible by Moses. Listen, I'm gonna be back, y'all. I love y'all. We're gonna talk more about this, okay? I love y'all. We're gonna talk about the leader of the sons of darkness, wicked or worthless, okay? We're gonna talk about this stuff because people don't understand. Oh yeah, another one. I think I told y'all this one before. The fragments of a Zodakite. The Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. I think I told y'all about that one. And the Ascension of Isaiah. I think I told y'all about some of this stuff, y'all. Okay, so, I just seen something that I've been looking for that I needed. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to get off of here. I love you, and I'll be back with another video. Bye.